Parents and students, in this short video, I want to teach you how to search for your student online the way colleges someday will, so we can work together to shine online. This is a part of my three-part series called Why Good Students Can Sometimes Have Bad Google Results and How to Fix Them. Now, in this first video, it's why and how you need to search for your students online the way colleges will. If you hang out with me for video 2 in a couple days, learn what you need to do to improve the first page of your students' Google results. Tactical tips that you're not going to get anywhere else. Then in video number 3, if you hang out with me, how to use your students' new positive footprint to get them excited and focused on their future college and career goals. I'm not going to tell them what not to do. I'm going to show your students how to shine online. Super excited about all this content. Now, why should you care? Well, the Wall Street Journal says college admissions in a COVID year, SATs are out and personal stories are in. The pandemic has dramatically changed what admissions officers are looking for. Now, Today.com says what college admissions will look like in the next year in light of COVID-19. Guys, things are changing rapidly, and that's why we need to be wholesome online and offline. I'm going to give you some of those tips. Now, I'm Josh Oakes. I got a great opportunity to start the beginning of my career as essentially the youngest person, almost an intern at Walt Disney Studios in the brand marketing division, where the smartest brand marketers in the world taught me how to brand things. I've written 6 books about this topic. 3 of them are titled Light, Bright, and Polite, for parents, for students, for professionals. And I get the chance over the last decade to travel the country and speak to hundreds of thousands of students on how they can shine online. Not just safety, not just what not to do, but how to use the tools that we have to create a vibrant way to put your best foot forward. Now, here's some misconceptions about your Google results. Parents, you might be saying this. Students, you might be saying this. Guys, but that's not me. We're going to talk about that. I'm not online. I don't need to do this. No one's Googling me. I'm not important. I'm not rich. I'm not a billionaire. Well, we're going to talk about this. I have a common name, Josh. You don't understand. Josh, some other random person comes up, but it's not me, right? We're going to talk about how all these things and more might actually be wrong, and they might be hurting you if you are saying these things or thinking these things. But don't worry, I'm here to fix them. U.S. News and World Report says why colleges look at a student's social media. Inside Higher Ed says social media as fair game in admissions. And the Princeton Review says college admissions officers are reading your tweets. Yikes! Now, past social media behavior matters. You've heard this before, but I want to show you why. Forbes says Harvard rescinds admissions to 10 students for offensive Facebook memes in a private Facebook account. Now, next, the New York Times says colleges rescinding admissions officers as racist social media posts emerge. Even if you're in the same group, you can get in trouble even if you didn't say it. Next, LSU. The Hill says LSU says admitted student who posted racist rant on social media won't be enrolled. Lacrosse offers were rescinded after Snapchat sparks outrage among students and community. And if you're anywhere associated with this stuff, you're a part of it, unfortunately, and that's why we need to be careful. Some people have been let go of their jobs, college, and everything else for things they posted 8 years before. That's right, 8 years before. You might be a totally different person, but they'll find it. Now, who is going to search for you or your student online? College admissions officers, internship coordinators, employers, sororities and fraternities if you want to be in that Greek system, volunteer supervisors, scholarship committees, extended family and or new friends and neighbors, and anyone who wants to connect a resume to a face, and more importantly, anyone who wants to verify that your application matches your past, right? That's a big deal these days with all these people applying to college, faking some of the stuff they're doing. We're going for an authentic future where you shine online. Now, what did you find when you may have searched in the past for yourself or your student? Did anyone else come up? Now, if it did and you're thinking, oh, but it wasn't me, nothing comes up, I get that. As I travel the country, everybody has a reason. But I want to ask you a different question. Do their results, the results that come up, do they cause confusion around who you really are or clarity over who you are? Confusion or clarity in the mind of a job opportunity, a college, an admissions officer, an internship, And I want to talk to you about that today, okay? So let's dive on into this. Now, first of all, we're going to look at my Google results, and we're going to look at two important things. Number one, my website. You see, over the last decade of my life, I've dedicated my life to helping others to shine online. So I built my own personal portfolio, actually several of them, that come up first in Google. And I'm going to show you how to do this in this 3-part series in some of the other videos. I want them to click on the green box. I don't want them to click on what I call the Wild Wild West in the red box. You see, the red box are all the images. We're going to click on my green box first, and then we're going to go down to the red box. If I didn't have the green box, you'll see what everybody else would see. So first, let's dive into the green box. Now, this is my personal portfolio, my website, whatever you want to call it. It's my home base that links to all the other stuff. And now colleges go, whoa. Look, this is Josh Oakes. He travels the country. He does this. You scroll down, it's got his passion on the left, his projects, his public service where he volunteers. It's got all these things that Josh Oakes is doing to give back. Everybody now knows they found the Josh Oakes they're looking for. They now can say, wow, this application, this resume, we're going to put it in the good stack, and this is a candidate we want to interview, right? But if I didn't have this personal portfolio, this home base that I spent a little bit of time on, they would get this. They'd scroll through and go, okay. Why is there a baby dressed as Harry Potter on his Google results? Now, I tell a lot of students, you're probably thinking, no, Josh, they're going to click on the Noble photo. The photo that shows that you got a big organization to donate $15,000 of the big organization's money to the Hermosa Beach Fire Department in a suburb of Los Angeles so that that fire department could buy a $15,000 life-saving device that is called a defibrillator that sits on the fire truck, and in the field, they can shock people's hearts back to life. Josh, they're going to click on the green box. But I ask students, do you really think that's how adults think? And the students actually go, nah, you're right. They're probably going to click on this box and go, what is that? And they're going to wonder, why is there a baby dressed as Harry Potter on this guy's Google results? And they're going to go down that little hole and dive in. And this is what today's talk is about. It's about auditing your Google results, searching for yourself the way that other colleges will, so we can find the babies dressed as Harry Potter and remove them in the future. Now, step one. Why Google your student? As you prep for college, admissions officers are watching. According to a Kaplan test prep survey, 40% of college admissions officers browse social media profiles to learn more about admissions candidates. That means it's pretty likely that decision makers at colleges and scholarship granting organizations are taking a peek at your profiles. And some students take control by thinking they're smarter than the system, and they'll shut down Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and everything else entirely. Some try hiding their online activities thinking they can get away from the internet for a short while. However, and you can do that, but however, I'm going to show you how to continue to be yourself on social media with just a few extra steps so you can be your vibrant self, be social, and not ever have to worry about one of those things leaking, because it will happen. Now, step two, I want to show you how to Google your student. First, we're going to Google me. Visit Google and search for your student online. Parents and students, this works if you're not online, and this works if you are online. So don't think you're above the fold, or you're outside, or you're unique. It works with everybody that I speak to all over the country. Now, here's what's interesting. I've dedicated a big portion of my life to shining online, to using all the tips I'm showing you to make sure that I shine online as well. Now, if you look down here, you've got me. This is the Josh Oakes me. This is another Josh Oakes. This is me, and all the other images are me. And you're thinking, that's fine. That guy has facial hair. There's nothing wrong with that. That guy's fine, but had I not pushed all of my positive stuff onto social media so that it comes up first, these are the people who would have appeared. You see this young man on the bottom left? Look, it's his mugshot. This is him walking into court with perhaps the officer. This is him looking at his attorney going, wait, am I really guilty? Or whatever that is. And then this is an older gentleman with his mugshot, very confused. Now I know you're thinking, wait, your mom is probably saying, that's not my sweet little angel. That guy has facial hair, and my angel, Josh Oakes, doesn't wear glasses, and he doesn't have that hairline. But I would tell my mom, and I would remind you parents, actually, this is Josh Oakes until proven otherwise. You see, everything on the internet is kind of real until proven otherwise. And this could be my cousin, my brother, this could be my uncle. Now, I don't know any of these people. I'm not related to them. They don't know me. but they come up in my Google results for some odd reason. And by taking video 2 and video 3 that I'm going to show you in the next short videos, I'm going to teach you how to push them down, how to remove them, how to change things up, because we don't want them causing confusion. Instead, we want to create clarity around who the real Josh Oakes is. Because when they look at my Google results, they're not going to see all those other things. They're not going to keep scrolling. They'll simply see this and they'll go, let's click on one of these. What's going on? Now, how should we search for ourselves online? Well, we start with Google. Whether it's in your phone, on your laptop, or anywhere else, it's what most of the world uses. So let's start by searching for your student's first name and last name. In this case, it's Josh Oakes. And what they're going to do when they search for Josh Oakes is they might get a few other random people. They might get Josh Smith and Steve Oakes all on one page, and Google goes, this is a popular page, we'll put it up towards the top. You might click on that and go, well, this isn't the Josh Oakes we're looking for, or it's random, it's confusing. So the next thing they might do, and I hope they do, is they're going to want to hone in on you. So they're going to put it in quotes. They're going to tell Google, hey Google, in that last search you found a bunch of other people, but in this search, Google, I want to find the word Josh plus a space plus the word Oakes. That's why I'm putting quotes around it. Find that keyword somewhere on the page. Now they're honing in on the person named Josh Oakes. They might still find a celebrity with that name, other people, random stuff, different people. So they're then going to search for Josh Oakes plus the city that you're applying from. In my case, Los Angeles, California, right? Now they're starting to hone in on the candidate. They might still find other people, and what they're going to want to do is compare my application, my resume, anything else to my actual activities, right? This is a really hot topic right now because so many people have faked things online, and unfortunately, it means all of us have to step up and put more stuff that we're really doing online. So it might be, in my case, Josh Oakes plus Los Angeles High School. They want to verify, were you really captain of the water polo team, captain of the swim team? Did you really volunteer in this capacity? All these different things they just want to know and verify that I really am that person. Next, they're going to search for your email address, and I want you to do this as well. And then last, they're going to search for your Instagram username. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's search for my Instagram username first. When you search for @JoshOakes or any of my online usernames, you're going to get my Twitter. You're going to get another Twitter, my Instagram. You're going to get videos that include that, right? Me several years ago in 2014, it feels like forever ago. You're going to get all kinds of other apps that thought they would be clever to download my images and put them online, and all these other awards other people that have written about me and linked to me. Now, another thing you're thinking, I don't need to Google my kids' email address, Josh. They don't put it online. I thought the same thing about me, guys. But look at this. When you Google me, you get some purchase orders because when I go to big schools, Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, put my email address in the purchase order and published it on their school website, and now my email address is out there. Some other schools, actually, if you clicked on this one, you'd see that they went, this is free resources, and they link to my email address. They should not be doing that at all, but they do. And the point is, your students' information might be online. Now, what about your social media profiles? Well, if you're on TikTok, which every student seems to be begging for or already on it, if you set up a TikTok, here's what might happen. You see, I set up a TikTok with my nephews thinking, oh, it'll be private. And it said, do you want to publicize your TikTok to get more followers, to get more subscribers, to become more popular? Well, then I went online and found that they had created a website under my name, tiktok.com/Josh Oakes. My username became a website, and now all of my nephew's cute little videos are public for the whole world to see. This might be something, parents, where your daughter's silly, funny videos are now public. Your son's videos are now everywhere for a college to see. Something to be aware of. Next, are accounts like Instagram and others really private online? I heard they're private, Josh. Well, Business Insider says your private Instagram account isn't as private as you might think. Your followers can still share and save your posts without your knowledge by using a surprisingly simple trick. Now, guys, stay tuned for video number 2. Part 2, learn what to do to improve the first page of your students' Google results. I got a bunch of tactical tips. I think you're going to love them. Guys, I'm Josh Oakes. Thank you so much. Please rate, subscribe, and review. Please forward this to a friend so they can watch this as well. I want to give you a bunch of tips so that you can protect your kids online. I hope to see you in that next second video. Thanks so much. Take care.